Hello, I'm Maggie Hammond. I teach on the Complete Creative Writing course, and I've worked as a novelist, a publisher, a journalist, and I'm the author of Creative Writing for Dummies. I'm here to answer some common questions about writing. Characters are basically what we read fiction for. We want to know what makes other people tick. We want to know whether they have the same thoughts and feelings as us. And that's what makes characters so important. If you think about how to create a character, there are three main ways you can do it. First of all, you can borrow from life. You can think about the people that you know. You don't want to write about that person exactly as they are, because then it's not really creating a character. If you're writing about a real person, you'll need to think about ways that you can portray them that will communicate them to others, so that other people will see them as complex individuals and not just symbols. Another way that you can create characters is purely out of your imagination. If you think about multiple personalities, then you realise that there are lots of different people inside every one of us. And when you create a character out of your imagination, you're often tapping into different bits of yourself. It's important to create rounded characters, characters who are believable. And that means that your characters are not all the same. For instance, they're not all good. You need to think about what are the good aspects of that character and what are their weaknesses. What are the things that they do in the privacy of their home that they would never reveal to anyone in the office? Think about a name for your character. A name can tell you an awful lot about a character, and it's very surprising that if you give a name to a character and you change it, you'll find the whole character changes. It's also important to think about how your character develops through a story. The whole point of a story is that your main character is going to change in some way. If the character ends up being exactly the same person they were at the end of the story as they were at the beginning, it's not a very interesting story. So somebody might go from being a coward to a hero. They might realise something that is going to change their life forever. They might make a decision that is completely wrong for them and then have to suffer the consequences, and that will also change them. It's really important to think about this process of change, because that's what makes a character real, and that's how you create a character.